Good morning. Last class we had finished the mail merge option. Today I am going to show you the ticks and bits which are left in MS Word. So last class, after finishing that, we had also discussed about some MCQ questions also, and I told you to solve. Now what was left, let me just recap. From the home button, whatever things we have done, let me revise it once more. This is the font style, types of fonts, this is the size. Anyway, size you can choose it from here. Then this will be bold, I stands for italic, U stands for underline. More options. When you go click here in this font tab, you can see the different things here. Font color, suppose how I want to do font color. Suppose if I write print, if I want to change the color, I can go to this and choose some color and click on it. So this will be my font color. Now background color, if you want, suppose if I want to highlight something, I can use the background color. If I choose this, so it will be highlighted with this yellow color. So you can choose a background color as well as you can choose a font color. Now this stands for clear formatting. Now this has come, let me do some undo. So okay, now suppose if I click here again and do clear formatting, and here if I do no color, so it gets to these. Now this I have to tally this with the along with it, so I will just choose this, make it 14 and make it, I can type it from here and click, make it Times New Roman. See, in is now previously in the previous format, so that also I need to change. So I will change it, make it Times New Roman and make it the font size 14. So all gets according to the document. So let me just check it. So this is 14 and this is Times New Roman 14. If I want, I can change the whole document at one go. I select the entire page and then go and select the font style and font size and do it accordingly. Now in the paragraph, alignment, then indentation left how much I want, right how much I want, then spacing, how much before the line, that is before, how much after the line. So if I change this, if I reduce it, the after spacing get reduced. Line spacing, suppose if I make it single, so it will become single. So now the spacing has been reduced. So these options I can carry it out from here. Now these are alignments options: left alignment, center, right alignment and justify. These all options I had shown it to you. Even the bullets here also I have shown it to you. This is multi-level list. Now this is what indent decrease, that means how I want to give sections, subsections, from there I can do it. So these are the options. Now these are various styles I want from my heading. These I can do it. Find and replace, I showed it to you. Find and replace, you want to find out a word, like suppose if I type this I had shown it to you again also. Find and replace, you look for a word and then replace with certain thing. That is called find and replace. Now let's come to insert. Insert, page break, table, picture, clip art, shapes, smart art. Smart art is when you want to apply for a certain diagram. That time you use smart art. So you can apply this smart art. Chart, when you want to embed a chart to illustrate any comparative data, that also you can do so. suppose some data sheet is already there, I had got it from there, and now I have placed. Based on this I can use a chart. So this is one graphical representation. Some first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, all these things are written. So I want to remove it. I just select this. Let me go and do back. So the entire document I've got it back. Anytime you want to do certain undoing it, you just press the undo tab. This is undo, this is redo, and this is called the save button. Now in case of bookmark I have not shown you, it is not included in your syllabus. Hyperlink I have shown it to you. Header, footer, page number, text box, word art, drop cap I will show it to you. Date and time and object also I have given to you, as well as symbol. Now let's come to page layout. This also we have done. Watermark, page color, page border, indentation, spacing, all these things we have done. Now let's go to view. Now here sometimes I need to repeat certain tasks. So in that case I would require a macro. Let's try it out how macro works. Macro works in Excel different way. Like this is the macro button, Alt plus F8. Now if I click on it, there are two options shown. One, this pause recording is disabled because right now I have not started any recording, so pause button will not work here. What is going to work is view macro or record macro. Now I do not have anything as I want to record a macro, so I will click on the button record macro. I will give a macro name. So by default it's showing macro 3. Maybe somewhere previously in some other document I've used two macros, macro 1 and macro 2. So macro 3 is the name, and it will store macro in normal .dotm. The extension is DOTM, means macro. We are recording a macro. If I click OK, now I insert date and time. What option do I choose? Suppose if I am clicking this, so this is the one I am recording. Now I will again, this only one event I have recorded. Now again I'll go to view, macros, then I'll do stop recording. So I have recorded one event, that is date and day, so in this format. So let's try it out. Suppose I want to insert this date in another page. Instead of running this or typing this, I will again go to macro, view macro. Now I have to run the macro so that it works. Now remember, I had recorded using the name macro 3. Now there are few buttons: run, step into, edit, create, delete, organizer. I have to run the macro, so I will click on run macro. If you see this, I did not have to do it again. Whatever event you want to record, you just record it inside a macro. So macro is nothing but it acts as a tape recorder. Whatever events you have to record, you record. All the click events will get recorded. After that you have to stop the macro, just as we stop the recorder or player in a tape recorder. Similarly here also we have to stop recording the macro. Once we stop recording it, that means we have saved the macro using the macro 3 name. You can give your name according to your choice also. This is given by the document itself, default name. Macro 1 and macro 2 was something else which I do not remember right now. Macro, let's see what was macro 2. If it is the error, it will not work. I forgot what was in macro 3. Nothing was recorded. So it was a such a false name given. Maybe some blank was given, that is why. Copyright was given in macro 2. So I go and I'm again repeating view, click on macros, view macro 3, run. So I have recorded under macro 3 day of the week and date of the week. So that is what I've recorded. So I need not go again and click on day and time, insert day and time. Like this, you can record a series of events. Like suppose if I want to record my name, date and email ID in all the letters, I want to write this. So what I'll do, I will create another macro. This is a second example which I'm showing it to you. Record macro. This is macro 4. Now suppose how many events I'm doing. Insert date and time. Suppose I am giving this one a time. Again I'll give a date. Suppose in this format. Okay. Then suppose I will write, let me see whether it works or not. Now these 3 things I have recorded. Let me go to view, macro, stop recording. Now remember, I had copied few things. I had given time as well as date, and then I've written my name. So now I'll go to view macros, select macro 4 and click on run. So you see, wherever my cursor was, it has again printed this macro. So this is the idea of using macro when a series of tasks you want to record and same type of events you want to display or write it in different places. For that, you do not have to do those events those many times. You can just record inside a macro once and run that macro. So this is how your macro would work. Alright. Now let's come to the review tab. Now what is review tab? In review, what are we doing? We suppose when we write any document, I need to do the spelling check. Suppose I have document here. Suppose if I change purposely the spelling here. Now let's click on spelling and grammar. Here when I click spelling and grammar, it shows this revision word not in their software's dictionary. The suggestions are revision, revisions, division. Now what I want, I can click ignore once. If I know that I am writing it correctly, then also it is showing me another spelling, I can do it ignore once. But I know, because I have done it purposely, that this is not the correct spelling. So I will click on revision, this one, and change it here. So revision becomes now the correct spelling of revision. So this is called spelling and grammar check, where I am checking the spelling of a particular word. Like this, for the entire document you can do so.